Good evening. It's late on Saturday, July 15th. I've just returned from watching Sound of Freedom, and I wanted to give my initial reactions. Um, my day job, I've lived two lives. I've been a Sunday school teacher, I've helped out in various parts of church ministry, hence my channel. But my day job has been spent for over 30 years between military, law enforcement, public safety. This movie is a good movie as far as the production. It's not a cheesy Christian film like so many can be, but the subject matter is very, very dark. And something that hit me tonight while watching this movie, there was a period of time I've worked in a county jail, um, and the county I used to work at the sheriff's office. I basically was one of three people who put you in jail and released you from jail. I have known murderers, drug dealers, various types of thieves, various types of criminals, and in all those cases, I can I could say, and I always treated everybody with a level of respect because, save for the grace of God, go I. But what this movie shows is the true depravity and evil. If you don't know what The Sound of Freedom is about, it's about human trafficking. From my perspective, I'm watching this movie, and it's based on a true story of a guy named Tim Ballard. And what just hit me is I don't think I could have done what he did. Not that I wouldn't be willing to save children, but to live in a world where you have to be nice to get, or you have to kind of play along with these creepy people to get into a position where you can rescue these children where they won't be killed. So it's definitely a movie worth checking out. And I also think that it helps us see just how fallen and depraved this world is. A murderer who kills someone because, there's a disagreement or it's a crime of passion, um, you know, that that type of situation, uh, you you don't like it, but you can understand it. Prior to, you know, in my law enforcement career, one of the worst days of my life was we had a regular frequent flyer drunk. And I also served as a volunteer EMT in the same county in which I worked for the sheriff's office. And this man uh, got drunk after being released earlier that morning by me based on the judge's orders. And later that night, because no one was able to work, I was asked, could I ride the ambulance that night? And I worked the ambulance and ended up going to his house that night where he tried to crash his truck in to the house with gas cans with the intention of blowing up his house. When that didn't work, he took a meat cleaver and put it in his stepson's chest and uh, uh, killed his wife. And that was a dark, dark day. Um, not that I did anything wrong. I've never blamed myself for that. But that's the level of sin and depravity I've seen in the past. What this movie shows, the people who do this kind of stuff, it is very sick and very dark. So, um, this movie has surprisingly done well in theaters considering the subject matter. Um, and I will say that at the end of the movie, Angel Studios, which has produced this, they're the same studio that does the Chosen TV series. They do have a pay it forward program. So if you want to, you can give money to them. I'm not paid by Angel Studios. You know, I don't have any financial interest whatsoever, but you can do their Pay It Forward program and pay for movie tickets. And if you want to go see this movie, but you don't have the funds to go see it, I read the other day that there's been like over $5-6 million of people that have taken advantage of this Pay It Forward program. So there's a way to get free tickets. In the description below, I'm going to put a link to both the Pay It Forward and the place to get free tickets if you want to. I think it's a movie worth looking at, and as long as the Lord tarries on this earth, it's good for us to be reminded how deep and dark and evil this world can be in areas where us civilized folks, and I know I wanted this to be as short as possible, but let me just say this. You know, you can understand a handful of pedophiles here and there, but, you know, for it to be as big of an industry as it is truly disturbing that there's the demand for people who do what's portrayed in this movie. So it's definitely worth a watch. And you know, but it's not going to be a movie that you're going to walk away feeling good and happy about. It's more of a wake up. You know, this is the world in which we really live. So um, I'm putting up here now. There should be on this end card. There should be the official trailer for the movie. And I'll put links in the description below for the free tickets or the Pay It Forward option. Have a good evening.